Good morning, class.
Today we will continue our chapter 6 stuffing, and today we are going to discuss the sources of requirement. Means what are the internal sources, what are the external sources, and what are the advantages of internal and external sources. Here are the classification between the internal and the external sources. If you discuss about the internal sources, here are the different lists like transfer, promotion, internal advertisement, lend service, extension of service, and lastly, observation of trainees. Now, at the right hand side means external sources, that is advertisement, casual callers, employment exchange, educational institute, labor union, recondensation of employees, and waiting list. So these are the list for the internal sources of requirement. Means what are the sources, what are the requirements for the recruitment of any employees. And here in external sources, if you hire someone from outside, then these are the requirements which you have to follow to recruit someone for the organization. Now we are going to discuss the difference between the transfer and promotion. Means what are the difference between transfer and promotion, and these both of these are internal sources. What is transfer? The status of the employment remain unchanged, but at the promotion, the status of the employment increase. Means one level to second level, third level, means their status will be increases. Now level of authority. Here employees are employed at the same level of authority, but employees are employed at the higher level of authority. Third point, salary. Salary for transfer. Salary of the employees remain unchanged. But in promotion, salary of the employees increase. Obviously, if someone get in promotion, their salaries be high. Now nature, that's 4 point. Transfer, it is a horizontal shifting of employees. It is vertical shifting of employees. Now lastly, motivation. It may not motivate the employees. Transfer is not motivate the employees, but promotion is motivate the employees. Now we are going to discuss the internal sources advantages and disadvantages. So come to the advantages column. Here moral of promote better assessment of abilities, lower cost of some jobs, motivators for good performance, causes a succession of promotion, and lastly have to hire only at entry level. Okay, now what are the disadvantage? If someone is an advantage, they have some disadvantages also. So here are the disadvantage: inbreeding, possible moral problems of those not promoted, political infighting for promotion, and lastly need for management development program. Now the advantages and disadvantages of external sources. Means what are the advantage? Newly bred, bright new perspectives, cheaper and faster than training, professional, no group of political supporters in company, organizational already may bring new industry insight. Now disadvantage, may not select someone will be fit the job or organization, may cause moral problems for internal. Obviously if someone you bring it from the outside, it may conflict the employees between the internal candidate are not selected, and lastly longer adjustment or orientation time. Means if someone is hired and he is new, so it may take time to adjust with the environment. Now selection process. So here are the different selection process, means preliminary interview, selection test, employment interview, reference and background analysis, means from which background candidates are belonging, physical examination, if they have any disabilities or not, means everything should be checked for the candidate. Then job offer, what is job offer? The candidate who are declared physical fit and issued appointment letter, generally a specific time is given to the candidate to join the organization, means we can say after 1 week you can join the company, like this. And lastly, employment contract. So when a candidate appears to join the organization within a specific period of time, both the employer and the employee candidate sign a contract of employment. Job title, pay allowance, duty hour, leaves rule, etc. Means all the procedure which the company have the norms and regulation, they have to follow the candidate which hiring for the companies. And these are the common content of the contract of employment. Now the last topic for today, that is difference between requirement and selection. So what is recruitment? Recruitment means recruitment is a process of searching candidate for filling the vacant post. Means some places are vacant and we are searching for the candidate who can occupy that post. Okay, now selection is a process of choosing right candidate for offering job, means we are searching as someone who is suitable for the job. Now the next point is purpose. What are the purpose of requirement and what are the purpose of selection? So come to requirement. The process of requirement is to attract maximum number of candidates to the vacant post. Now selection. The purpose of selection is to choose the most suitable candidate for the filling the vacant post. Now nature. It is a positive process. It is a negative process. Means selection is a negative process. Means what? Means we are required only one person, but for the post here there are so many person, so we have to hire only one. Okay, now the difference, like contractual relation. So what are a contractual relation for requirement? In this case of requirement, no contractual relation is created between the employer and the candidate, because we are requiring, we are hiring, so we cannot bond any contract. But after selecting process, means in the case of selection, a contractual relation is created between the employer and the selected candidate. Yes, after selecting we can made a contract between the employee and the employer.